Hey, welcome guys, another awesome episode of Trapping with Jinx. If you would have watched one of my other episodes, we were doing some otter and beaver trapping. I showed you a set on a large structure on the dam. It was a crossover. I've got a catch for you. It's pretty cool. Just do a little bit of a recap of that. So I'm trapping this big structure. This is actually the dam, and it comes through here, and there's the washout or the clean out tube. The crossover's right here, so the trail goes from here to the other structure over the top. These are always going to be your hottest spots, in my opinion, for otter. So they're kind of a no-brainer. I come through here a couple days ago, and I could see the green otter toilet. I don't know how well you can see that all through here. So I had missed one the other day. I don't know, he just went down a different trail, I guess. But I got a catch for you, so let's go check it out. Here's the one going that direction. And then I got the second trail here. Looks like a pretty good sized otter. Oh gosh. And have a great day. Wow, that's a big otter, guys. Look at that sucker. Male. Suitcased him. Look at that, guys. Nice big male otter. Can't beat that. Real easy, simple set. I set that body gripper down in the water, right where his trail hits the water. In my state, I get water up to the eyelets, so that's kind of how we do it here in my state, but check your state. A lot of fun catching that otter. And the gentleman that owns this lake, he's gonna be really happy because these guys are fish eaters. So well guys, I'm doing some beaver work. So I thought I'd bring you to a spot where I'm catching or trapping. It's really off this nice little pond. Pretty good looking lodge there, guys. Look at that. Pretty healthy. Don't see much of a feed bed. I kind of assume it's right in here a little bit, but I just pulled a trap over there on the, oh, they always have those runs over the top. Oh, let's check out what we got over here. So I set a hole over here. Usually when I see that sort of stuff there, I'm thinking otter. Otter love to do that. So beaver and kind of otter are hand in hand. You got a floater there, guys. So you pull him up. Looks like a nice beaver. Let me get him out of the water just to kind of on a. You can see my guide sticks are kind of messed up here. I usually have two sticks that are up. That's why I like these cables, guys. I just grabbed my cable. Oh, looky there. Got another beaver. Two in that spot. All right, that's pretty sweet. It's been almost a week on these. I've caught 3 beavers out of this pond now. So I'll get them out of the water so you guys can see them. And just using these bank dens, they're kind of hard to find, but I can walk through here on my waders, and then it drops right here, and the ground on the bottom is always hard. So all right, I get them out of the water, see what they look like. Well, got them out of the water there for you guys. Basically about the same size. Interesting. A beaver's a beaver here, buddy. My landowner's gonna be really happy because yeah, I'm sure these beavers have been really pestering him quite a bit. So it's always exciting catching beaver, just like otter, and can't beat it. Anytime you can catch these guys on the line, do it. It's so much fun. So big rodents. Well, we're back in the shop. So pretty short video this go around. So I thought maybe I would take this otter and maybe we'd do a little skinning on it. And I don't usually do that on my channel, but maybe there's somebody out there that would like to see a skinning video on an otter. So I throw that here on the back end of this video. Okay guys, so there's my otter. I will say, if you guys will watch this video to the end, I have some savings for you guys, a couple of special treats from some of my sponsors, and I'll put that at the very end of this video if you guys will watch it to the end. I don't usually do a lot of my skinning stuff, so let me know in the comment section what you guys think. We did the catch, we have the otter, nice beautiful otter, you guys saw that. The difference between the otter and the beaver, let me get a beaver out real quick. Beaver will have fleas, of course. If you need to, I usually keep a can of Raid around in the shop. The beaver, we're gonna go straight up the top, and then we just roll them. So we just continually roll that. Otter done just like the raccoon, where we do the case. We case it, we roll it, and I'll get you kind of going on that. So I'll put my beaver back. I do have a video on my channel for beaver, if you guys want to see the beaver stuff. But we're just gonna make a cut just like we do on a raccoon at the heel. It's gonna go to the opening here. And then we're gonna do that on both sides to get that started. You really can't make too many mistakes, I think, with otter, because there's such a thick skin, just like the beaver are. But you can't really make too many mistakes. I do have a gambrel. I have a hard time pulling these with my machine, but that's just me. But they're really thick skinned, so much more different than like fox and coyote, where they're thin skinned and it's so easy to make a mistake. But it's just a lot of cutting, a little bit of pulling, but that's kind of how it works. I'll get him kind of opened up so you can see that real quick. And then, but I'm just made an incision across the side all the way to the opening or the vent. And I'll do the same on the other side. The main thing is this tail. It's a little bit of a pain in the butt, but we roll them just like a raccoon. It's pretty simple. Okay, so you see how I just kind of opened up both of his legs just like you do a raccoon. And now the tailbone goes all the way down through the middle. So I happen to have a handy dandy vise on the end of my table. Makes it so much easier for me. And I try to make it as straight as possible right down that bone. Real piece of cake. You kind of have to do this by hand, I guess. But there's a bone that goes down the middle of that. I'll get that opened up for you. I love this little vise I got. Got it at a convention, but I don't remember where it was. what state or who sells them. Pretty handy little device. Makes my life a little easier. Let's just see, I'm pretty much got most of that tail off. And I'll end up usually finishing the rest of it on the gambrel. Never do very well on my skinning machine with these. I'm sure there's a trick, but I usually will do this by hand. Yeah, there's the tail. Just like that. Got my own little tail knife, love it. I'll split the rest of the tail open. All your fur buyers usually like to see the tail all the way open. A little bit. And we're just gonna do a case 10 on this. You can see how I just kind of opened it, hopefully. And then I'll just work around that tail there. Super easy. Hey, like I said, just hang in there with me. I'll give you my promo codes at the end of this, save you guys a little bit of money. And from here, it's just like a raccoon. You just keep going all the way down to the end. Really pretty simple. Probably not a lot of pulling because they're thick just like a beaver. And I'm sure there's guys out there that are so much quicker about this than I am. But this will get you pretty much to the fur buyer from here. All right. Okay, so I got my Otter pelt all the way down to the shoulders. Usually if I ever make a mistake, it's right here. I like a rebar stake. It usually does make it help easier for me. Just go right through and pull. And then I'll cut around that real good too. They don't pull like the raccoons do, but it's pretty much the same thing. Just cut all the way down to the end. Now, the hands are no big deal. You could take those all the way down, the arms down farther if you want. Usually when you get ready to flesh those, you shorten them up anyways. I'm just gonna take them down. You can always leave. I usually go down to where the wrists are. That's where I usually dock them. So that's where I'm gonna dock it there. And we'll do the other one just the same. Thanks for hanging in there, guys. Hope you guys like this. Like I said, I haven't really done one of these before at the end of the videos, but I thought I'd just try it since this was a shorter video. Drop the ends right at the wrist. Now from here we're pulling. So pretty simple. We're gonna pick up the ears here in a second. I'll probably keep you on here until then. You can just kind of see the cartilage right there. Just go straight down, just like you do a raccoon. Hope you can see that. Get both of those, and then I should be back into pulling. Boy, it's nice and cold. I love having my machine. It helps, but there's nothing you could do about otters. They're just so thick-skinned, and there just isn't really any pulling with them. So, all right, for a lot of you new guys, if you're still here still, I'm just doing the eyes now. I'm gonna drop around the teeth. You could drop that back lip anytime. Probably pretty tough for you to see this in detail from where you're at camera wise, but I always say if you make a mistake around the head, it's no big deal. They don't buy them with the head, but that's just me. I'm gonna drop that bottom lip because they drop it. I always drop it when I flesh. All right, there we go. Heads off, eyes, teeth, all is well. You can see how we got the ear cartilage on that. Everything's intact. I dropped the bottom lip right there because it doesn't dry on the board. Okay, usually now when it comes to storage of these, flip them, of course. What I want to say, a lot of times when you're doing raccoons, I like to lay my raccoons flat like that when I go to freeze them because they thaw so much easier. I do a little bit differently with the Otter. I wrap the tail up. I usually like to roll mine. The one thing I usually say about the Otter is that when you roll them like this, it takes so much longer to thaw. Usually when I do my Otter, I set them out overnight. If you roll them like that, it'll take not quite twice as long for them to thaw, but you're gonna need quite a bit of time. I'd say if you were to sell those the next morning, I would say 3 o'clock in the afternoon or someplace where I have a basement that I put mine out in. It's going to take quite a bit of time for that to thaw. It's like a big giant icicle. One thing I'll always say is that I open up one of the eyelets, and this has to have a sights tag. In my state, I'll tag those at the end of the season. So I always put a number. This one's number 1. It's my first Otter of the season. And it'll go in through the eye. I'll put it in through the eye like that. You can see where the number is. When I get ready to tag that, this will be completely frozen. I'll pull this out and he'll put that tag in there. So that's kind of a nice little healthy tip for you guys. I've done them kind of like that. That helps kind of, because in probably like another month or so, it'll be ready to go. So my game warden, it's always nice to make them nice and happy, and they always like it when that's just like that. So just kind of a nice little tip. I do like to number them. I've got all my paperwork in my phone, so I know where I caught them at, the date and time, location, everything that I need is all right there on that little number 1. So, okay guys, so I did mention before I started this that I would have a couple of guys treats for you guys. With my channel, there are no YouTube ads. We're completely listener supported. That's you guys. And I do get some sponsors. So every time I get sponsors, they give me savings. They give them over to you. Hi-C, H-I-S-E-A, Hi-C. If you like Hi-C, you can get a promo code 15% off. I got these waders here. They're over $100 normally. Free shipping, 85 bucks. They're brand new neoprene waders. You can't beat a good deal like that. Use promo code JINX. That's site-wide Hisea, H-I-S-E-A. Also, they gave me that boot there. It's pretty cool. It's almost like a muck boot. I've been kind of beating on it, and it seems to keep kind of holding up. So that's one good savings for you guys. That'll help you out a little bit. Also, North American Trapper gave me. That's Alan Probst's North American Trapper. You can see your coon magnet, your coon busters. He's also got your mountain man bait for your coyotes. Whatever you want, anything there bait wise, 20% off. Use Como Pro Jinx 20% off. So if you spend $100, I just saved you $20. So there you go, 15% off Hi-C boots and North American Trapper, 20% off bait and lure. There you go. Merry Christmas, guys, right? So that's all I got for you guys. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe. Otherwise, click the big thumbs up. I'm Jinx. Have a great day.